This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Alright guys, I wanted to give everyone an update on my halotestin experiment. This is during contest prep this year. This is the first time I've ever run halo. Justin kind of, convinced me that it's better than Winstrol. So, dropped the Winstrol and went with halo ahead, and I'm going to talk about my experiences with it so far in just 1 second. Alright, so how's the halo been so far? All I can say, guys, is holy fuck nuggets. Why did I never take this shit before? I was terrified of halo. I'd heard horror stories about it, how people would rage and liver values would go through the roof, and dudes would be like ripping the doors off the hinges and just doing all kinds of silly shit. I felt fucking great on this stuff. I haven't had any anger. Of course, I'm a chill guy to begin with. I don't know. It takes a lot to get me worked up. I'm even chill when I'm on trend for the most part. I get anxious, but I don't get angry. I'm just not an angry person. Normally, I think I'm pretty low key. So I think if you're an asshole already, that running drugs that are known to make people assholes will make you a bigger asshole. So I think if you're kind of chill, you probably won't have that effect. What I have noticed with halo, so going in, a couple weeks ago, and I always have this issue at the end of prep where I just like my neural drive just goes away. Like I can't put up the weights that I was doing before. I can't complete sets like I was doing before, and I get weaker at the end, and I think that's probably part of the reason why I flattened out. And I was starting to get weak. I started the halo like 10 days ago. Started with 10 milligrams and I just bumped it up to 20. But I was starting to get weak. I was, lost probably 5-10 reps off of some of my exercises. I had to drop the weights, maybe 10 pounds on a bunch of them. Nothing crazy, that's not insane, all things considered. I put the halo in. The very next workout, I was back up to the weights I was at before my contest prep. I was back up at my off-season weights and doing the same reps and more on some stuff. And when I bumped it up to 20, I think it was last Friday, I bumped it up to 20 milligrams. And I was like, holy fuck, I can do more weight. I'm tempted to add more on the bar, but I have to remind myself, my goal right now, this is not size building time. I'm just trying to preserve what I have, not get myself hurt. Last thing I need to do is to tear a pec or tear a bicep going into the week of the show. So there's absolutely no benefit for me trying to push things when I'm in this much of a caloric deficit. And it's a big thing you have to remind yourself of with your ego. I think that's, now that I think about it, and I was always wondering, like, how the fuck do these guys, like Dorian and some of these guys would like rip muscles completely off the bone going into the last few weeks of contest prep. I'm like, I feel like shit when I'm there at the end and I'm dried out, and I don't want to be lifting that kind of weight, but I think I found the answer. It's halo. It makes you feel like fucking Superman. Even at 10 milligrams, it's pretty amazing. And I'm getting crazy pumps with it too. I've been administering it sublingually. I need to do a video up on this, but I've been doing some research on sublingual administration of oral steroidal compounds, and it seems that there's been a lot of studies, and I saw Derek from More Plates, More Dates had a video up about it, and I was reading about studies with oral sublingual estrogen administration for birth control, and the peak plasma concentrations of the hormone are higher, it gets in your system quicker, and it seems to miss most of the first pass of your liver. So some deductive reasoning would say that you're probably going to get more bang for your buck administering sublingually. I know it tastes like shit, and then you maybe a little less stress on the liver. So I've been experimenting with that. I mean, it hits like a fucking Mack truck. I tell you, this stuff is I don't know of any other way to put it, but this is like, I don't know that it has any specific body composition benefits. I haven't noticed that my body composition has changed much since I started it. Probably not as much as Winstrol. I think Winstrol probably gives you more body composition benefits. But Winstrol makes you feel like shit in the gym. Your joints hurt, you get all dried up. I just don't want to fucking lift when I'm on Winstrol. I feel awful on Winstrol. I mean, this stuff I feel like fucking gold. I have noticed that I am holding a little bit of water since I added it. And it's a really strong androgen, so it's probably has to do with that. It doesn't convert to estrogen, so it's not that, and I'm pounding, the anti-estrogens right now, or aromatase inhibitors, so that can't be it. So it has to be the stimulation of aldosterone from the androgen. So it seems to have leveled off a little bit the last couple of days, but I definitely picked up my weight bounced up just a little bit, and I definitely noticed I was carrying more water. So that's just something to be mindful of. So I don't know, probably it's why I think dudes do stuff like that and Anadrol and shit right at the end before prep to fill up for the show. That's probably why they have to run diuretics. I have never run diuretics going into a show. I've never had to. I usually just get nice and dry without them, just from water manipulation. So these guys that can't get dry, I always thought it was an estrogen issue, or they just weren't in shape. Maybe it's all the maybe it's all the Anadrol and the Halotestin. I don't know. I can't imagine running more than 20 milligrams of this shit, though. 20 is plenty. Hell, 10 is probably enough. I just push it up to 20 because that seems to be what, I like to kind of be a guinea pig. And that seems to be what most dudes at my level of bodybuilding are running going into a show. Although most dudes are running way more trend than what I do. But it seems the 20 works very well. I've had good response with 20. No really bad side effects that I could speak of. When I first started taking it, my blood pressure did go up about 10 points. I was running 110 over 60, 110 over 70 with the 80 milligrams of telmisartan. It's gone up to 130 over 80. 130 over 75. It's been consistently, so it definitely raised my blood pressure, and that would go hand in hand with the aldosterone changes and probably carrying more water. But anyway, I love it so far. I will definitely be a part of my contest prep stack moving forward. Hopefully you like this video. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for participating in my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, guys. For coaching or consultations, head over to www.anabolicbodybuilding.com to book your spot today. I can help you with optimizing hormones, fat loss, muscle gain, physique, athletic performance, nutrition, and health. For more information, shoot me an email at bigp3rd@gmail.com.